Hi students, good morning. Today we are discussing about principles of metallurgy. So this is the next part of that principles of metallurgy. Students, in my yesterday class we have completed about concentration methods. Okay students. Now here I will continue from that concentration methods. Students, you should practice those things what we have done up to here. So that is the very important for you. Otherwise, it should get it will be forgot. Okay, students. Now that's why how to do work under chemistry regularly. Now here we know about that concentration methods. I said to you already. So this is the I have to revise number of times about that one. First we have to take that ore. Ore means the piece of ores, that means lumps of ores. So by conducting some process, that means grinding and crushing through that ball mills, crushing mills and jar crushers. So after completion of that process, then it is converted to the top powdered ore. You know students, powdered ore is nothing but pulverization. Okay students, now that is the pulverization process. Pulverized means the lumps of powder is converted to the top powdered ore. So when you have to get that powdered ore, then you have to apply that some methods. Now those are the concentration methods. So concentration methods means dressing method. First one is the hand picking method and levitation method, magnetic separation, froth flotation methods. So such type of process or such type of methods are applied on that powdered ore. Then the powdered ore is converted to the top of concentrated ore. So here concentrated ore is concentration is nothing but removal of impurities. Okay, now you have to decrease by applying those process. You have to decrease the impurities from that ore. Okay, so that is called as concentration and verification, and next one it is also known as that dressing process, friends. After completion of dressing, next one when you have to get that concentrated ore, then you do some work, that means oxidation process, and next one the reduction process. So oxidation process means now that is roasting process. Now here in that oxidation we have the two methods. One method is the roasting, and second one is calcination. Both process are also heating process, but one is the presence of heating and presence of air, and the second heating is the absence of air. If you have to heat that ore, presence of air in the furnace. Okay friends, now this is the new word, furnace. This is the instrument. So in that instrument you have to add that our ore or our material, then you should apply that you should supply the heat or electricity. So that is not it is a closed vessel. Okay, bulk in size or larger in size. So that is the closed vessel. So that is the furnace. So in that furnace you have to heat that materials. You should convert it into the top some the next filtration process. So in this process, oxidation and reduction. First one is the in oxidation, sulfatizing oxidation, chloritizing oxidation. Okay, next is the general oxidation process. Next, reduction process means now that the calcination process. So not calcination also comes same process. That means carbonates. Okay, friends. That is lead carbonate, iron carbonate, and next one is copper carbonates. So the carbonates are converted into the oxides. So that process called as the calcination process. After completion of those process, then you are getting that crude metal. So crude metal is our work is completed maximum 90% work we have completed up to crude metal. Okay, friends. Then after completion of 95% in final thing is that you have to apply that now that is the refining process, friends. Okay, we have different type of or several type of refining process will be there. Okay, zone refining process, liquefaction process, distillation process, Van Arkel process. Okay, students, and next one is the petrols process. Okay, so these are the different type of process. So you have to choose those process. The design metal, the ore which needs which type of processor. So particular element, for example, bauxite requires a different type of washing, dressing methods, and different type of oxidation methods, and different type of that means refining process. If you take the iron is the same. It undergoes that different type of oxidation, different type of reductions, and different type of what about that one refining process. So these are the different process. We have to apply those process on that intermediate steps. Then finally you should prepare a pure metal. Okay, students. So this is the last class of the one, and now here in our continuation class, now our topic is the now that is extraction of crude metal from the concentrated ore. Okay, students. So this is the first one. Extraction of crude metal from that concentrated ore. So this is the our topic. Okay, extraction of crude metal from that concentrated ore. So here we have the three types of extraction methods. That means here we have applied the three types of extraction methods based on their chemical reactivity. We know, students, already I gave the elements to you according to reactivity order or chemical reactivity order. So based on the chemical reactivity order, we have to extract the elements by using the different type of processing. So first one is the extraction of metals at the top, extraction of the metals at the top of the active series or activity chemical series. Okay, students. And next method is the extraction of metals in the middle of the active series or activity series. And last one is the extraction of the metals in the bottom of the activity series. So yesterday we have completed the first concept, that means extraction of metals at the top of the activity chemical series. So in that one we know already. Now the general reduction methods does not applicable for that active metals, because those are the more reactive metals. Now the general reduction process are not applicable for that to extract that above elements. So that's why at the same time, one more thing is now if you have to conduct this process, now it is a highly expensive process, and it needs the more temperature, it needs the more electricity. So that's why instead of these methods we have done what about the electrolysis process. In that electrolysis process we have to extract the sodium element from that sodium chloride salt or sodium chloride aqueous compound. Okay, students. Now in this one we know that once we should take that one vessel or one glass, one vessel or one container. You have to insert the two electrodes. We give that means labeling, separate the labeling. So anode and next in the cathode. Cathode is the reducing agent. Next in the anode is that at anode oxidation reaction will be takes place. At cathode reduction reaction will be takes place. At anode at cathode sodium metal is deposited. At anode, what about that one? At anode Cl2 gas is liberated. So we have completed these type of concepts in that first one, students. Okay, students. Now today I am explaining about that. Now that is the extraction of metal in the middle. Okay, now that is in the middle of the activity series, students. Now that is the second concept. So first one. Now here extraction of okay, students, extraction of metals. Okay, extraction of metals in the middle of the okay, students, middle of the activity series, middle of the activity series. Okay, now so this is our today's topic. Now in this topic we have to discuss about one by one. Now first you should take that copper element and the next one is the iron element and you have to take that zinc element and it's in the Pb element. Okay, friends. So these are the one more element will be there. Now that is tin. So here in this case we are not talking about tin elements, friends. So these are the elements. In these elements, we have to extract the crude metal from that concentrated ore. How will you extract the crude metals from that concentrated ore? So here we have to apply different type of process. Now it may be calcination process, or it may be roasting process. After getting that oxides, then it should be undergoes that reduction. After completion of the reduction process, then we are getting that pure metal. Okay. Now here first of all we should take that. Now these compounds can form, or these compounds are obtained in the form of sulfates, sulfides, chlorides and nitrates. Such type of compounds are present, or such type of compounds are formed by these elements, friends. Now here first of all, so according to our concept, concentrated ore. Now you have to take that concentrated ore. Okay, now this is the concentrated ore is okay. Now that is reduced to that. What about this one, students? Now that is the metal oxides. Okay, now this one is the metal oxides, and after completion of the metal oxides, so these are also converted to the top crude metal students. Okay, so these are the process. Now here first of all how to take that concentrated ore. So the concentrated ore by using sulfatization, that means roasting process, by applying calcination process, whatever it may be, how to apply the such type of process, then that metal, that concentrated ore is converted to the top of this metal. So that is the final thing. Okay, students. Now for this purpose I have to take that one compound. First of all I will take that this compound. So this one is the PBS, okay, lead sulfide, galena. Now here the PBS is reacted with O2, gives rise to, what about this one, students? Here gives rise to, now the one is the PBO and next one is the sulfur dioxide compound. Okay, students. Now this is the galena PBS compound which is reacted with oxygen. We have from this one. Now actually it is the by heating at 1400 Kelvin temperature. Okay, heating at 1400 Kelvin temperature. So PBS and O2 gives us PBO and it's the 2 moles of SO2. Now here, but here, now the oxygens are not sufficient. So you have to balance these oxygens and it's in the sulfur assessment. Okay. Now 2 moles of sulfur dioxide, lead sulfide, 3 moles of O2 gives rise to 2 moles of PBO and it's in the 2 moles of SO2. Okay, student. Now here 2 lead atoms, now 2 lead atoms. Okay. Now 2 sulfur atoms, 2 sulfur atoms. Okay, students. 2, 3 2s are 6. That means here 2 and here 4. Okay, now. So these are the balancing equation. After getting up this one, now the PBO, okay, and again under heating, okay, which is converted to the top, let that one next to the mole of oxygen. Okay, friends. Now from the beginning of this step to now here, what we have to obtain here? Now that means lead sulfide is converted to lead. Okay, friends. Now this lead is known as the crude lead metal. Crude lead. Okay, now crude lead. So that means lead sulfide is reacted with oxygen at 1400 Kelvin degree centigrade. Now first of all we are getting that lead oxide and it's in the removal of sulfur dioxide gas. And you have to take that next step PBO, which is converted into the top on heating, which is converted to the top lead and removal of oxygen. Okay, student. But listen, now in this reaction you have to observe here. Now the which type of element is present here? Sulfur is present. What are you doing here? Now we are doing that oxidation, that means reaction with oxygen. So that means actually supplying of oxygen, okay, that means in closed vessel. The reaction will take place in that closed, okay, furnace. Now this one is the closed furnace. So the reaction proceeds in closed furnace in presence of air. Okay, friends, in presence of air. Actually, if the reaction of this one, which is converted to here, this type of reactions are called as roasting process. Okay, friends. Now this type of reaction is called as the roasting process. So roasting means sulfides Okay, now the sulfides are converted to that of oxides, and now that process is called as the roasting process. If the carbonates are also converted to that of oxides, that process is also known as a calcination process. Now students, in between them, when we are getting that roastinized materials and calcinized materials, from the roastinized materials and calcinized materials to pure, if you have to conduct, if you have to prepare them roastinized materials and calcinized materials to pure metal or crude metal, that process is called as smelting process. Now students, when we are talking about the smelting process, so in that smelting process, now during that smelting process we are adding the another new substances to that smelting process, so those adding materials are called as flux. Okay, so students, now here one more thing is there. Flux means the extra materials, the extra substances which are adding towards that okay now smelting process. The smelting process is going on, the smelting, during the smelting process, then the time you are adding that extra substances to that one, that adding materials are called as what about that one, fluxes. So here now the based on the characters, based on the nature, the flux are the two types. First one is the acidic flux and next one the basic flux. Basic fluxes are added to them remove, that means the basic fluxes are used to remove the acidic impurities, and acidic fluxes are used to that acidic fluxes are used to remove the basic impurities. So that phenomena is okay now it may be involved in that that means smelting process. So this is the first step in this one. After completion of this one, now first of all these are undergoes to the of reduction, students. Now we have the reduction, that means in that reduction process we should apply the reduction with the carbon and reduction with the carbon monoxide, and which is undergoes to that self reduction process. Okay, students. After completion of the self reduction process, now that okay oxides are that sulfides are the compounds which are reduced by that more active elements, those are the again first that means according to that our reactivities is calcium, first one potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, students. Okay now, so these are the reducing, that means these are the reduction process. So first of all I should take that so first one is the lead oxide, okay now PbO. Okay, now which is react with what about this one, carbon. Now the carbon means it is a coke. Okay students, now it is a coke. Now the coke is which is used as okay students, now that one is reducing agent. Okay now one is the reducing agent. The reduction process will be takes place at that 1400 Kelvin temperature, students. Then what happens here, now we have to take a coke. Okay now the coke is used as a reducing agent. Now the coke reduces the whatever is it is reduce that lead oxide, students. So that means which is connected to the top of Pb, and next one is the carbon monoxide. So this is the one type of reduction process. And you should take the second example, students. Now this one is SnO2. Okay, now already we know the mineral name, that is the cassiterite. Okay, students, SnO2 is the cassiterite tinstone. Now which is also react with so that means 2 moles of carbon. Okay, students. Now that means here it is also acting as a reducing agent. Okay, now that means this one reduces this compound, which is now from this one we are getting the Sn, and it's the 2 moles of carbon monoxide. And you have to take that second type of compound. Now that is the Fe2O3, and this one is that carbon. Okay, students, that means in the form of carbon means that is nothing but coke. Okay, coke by using the same type of temperature you have maintained the same conditions, students. Now you should get that whatever is 2 moles of iron is deposited, that is pure metal is getting, and next one is 3 moles of carbon monoxide is removed. Okay, students. And one more example you have to take that one is the ZnO plus carbon, that means coke. Now the same that means same conditions you have to apply the same conditions in 4 reactions. Now from this one we are getting the zinc and next one the carbon monoxide. monoxide. Okay, students. Now the first of all, these are the reduction process by using carbon. So carbon is used in this reduction reaction as a what about the reducing agent in the form of a coke. Actually, now this is the coke used as the reducing agent. Now the coke reduces the lead oxide to lead, and here coke reduces the SnO2 to Sn, and here coke reduces the hematite to okay na iron, and next one the zinc. Now the coke reduce the zincite to okay students, now zinc element. So this is the process. Okay students. Next one is next one is the what about next one students here? Now the reduction with carbon monoxide. Okay students. Now the reduction with carbon monoxide. So that means simple thing you have to use that carbon monoxide. Okay students. Now first you should take that reduction. Okay students. Now the reduction with carbon monoxide. That means by using the carbon monoxide, lead oxide is also converted to the top. Okay, that means oxide is also converted to the top pure metals. First you have to take that this one students. Now here first one is the Fe2O3 plus now here carbon monoxide. So gives rise to now which is converted into the top. What about this one students here? 3 moles of this one, and now the 2 moles of iron is deposited, and it should give the 3 moles of carbon dioxide. Okay students. And next one is the, if you take it, next one is the Fe3O4 and 4 moles of carbon monoxide, same conditions heating. Okay students. Now here this one is the 3 moles of iron, and next one is the what about this one 4 moles of carbon monoxide. Okay students. And here you should take the next molecule. Now that is another type of compound. Now you have to take that so that is the PbO is okay react with the carbon monoxide like gives rise to now the Pb, and next one is the okay, carbon dioxide. Okay. So these are the compounds. Now actually hematite, and next is the magnetite. Fe2O3 is the hematite, Fe3O4 is the magnetite, lead PbO. Students listen, here 2 iron atoms, here 3 iron atoms, here 3 oxygen atoms, here 4 oxygen atoms. So that's why you should remember hematite started with alphabets H, and magnetite started with M letter. So that's why simple thing, don't forget this one, don't confuse here, don't get confused. So Fe2O3 is the hematite, so that means it is started with the first letter, and Fe3O4 magnetite. Okay, next letter mentioned. In our alphabets we know H is the first letter and next M is the second letter. So first based on this one, how to remember these names. Okay, hematite, magnetite react with carbon monoxide. Means now here carbon monoxide is used as a reducing agent. Now here also same, it is used as a reducing agent. Now here also it is used as a reducing agent. So by using the reducing agents, now these oxides are converted into the top of the crude metals. Okay students, so this is the next reduction process. And the next one is the self reduction process. Okay now, self reduction process, or that is also known as auto reduction process friends. Okay now, next one is the self reduction process, next one is the auto reduction. Now the product process auto reduction, okay, process, auto reduction process, or it is also known as a self reduction process. First of all, in this case you have to take 2 moles of Cu2s argentite. Okay na students, now the name is argentite. Okay na, argentite plus reacts with oxygen, 3 moles of oxygen, so gives rise to here. First of all, now we have to get that Cu2O, and next one is the what about this one students here, SO2. Okay now, that means 2 moles of SO2. So here 2 to the 4, and here 2 to the 4, and 2 sulfur atoms, 3 to the 6. Now here 2 plus 4 6 enough students. But here what is our reaction here? Auto reduction reaction. Okay students, auto reduction reaction. Auto reduction reaction is auto reduction reaction or maybe self reduction reaction. The substances, the reactant which involves or which acts as a self indicator. So that's why it is called as that auto reduction reaction, or it is the self reduction reaction. So when you have to get this one, then which is involved in the next reaction. So you should write the Cu2O, and next one is the Cu2S. Okay, now students. Now first step is in the first step we got this one, but the intermediate step is react with the first reactants. So that means then according to our name, this one is the according to this name, auto reduction reaction or self reduction reaction. So that's why in this one, this reactant is used as a reducing agent. So that means Cu2 argentite used as a reducing agent. Now from this reaction, it is going to the top 6 moles of this one, and the next one is the what about this one student here? And now that is the SO2 compound. Okay, now SO2 compound. And now this copper is called as now it is the blister copper. The name of this compound is the blister copper. Okay, now the name of the compound is the blister copper. And next one is you have to take that what about that one? Cinnabar. Now here. Now we have completed AZ2S now. AZ2S now. What we have completed here? Cu2S. Okay. And next one is the AZ2S. Okay. Now this one is the argentite. AZ2S. Now which is also same thing. Now the AZ2S. Cinnabar means HCS na cinnabar. Now here you should take that this one is HCS plus reacts with what about this instrument here? This one gives rise to now here this one is the HGO plus next one is the SO2. So that means friends here you should take this one 2 moles of HGS and O2, and you should write this 3 moles 6 here. This one is the 2 Hg, and next in the what about this one? After completion of 3 to the 6. Now here 2 over, and this is the 2. Okay, friends. So this is the reaction. And next one, if you take that 2 moles of HGO intermediate step, and next we have to add that HGS compound. Okay, now HGS compound. From this one, which is connected with the top, okay, now the 3 moles of Hg plus next one is the SO2 compound. Is it clear, friends? Now first one is the Cinnabar compound. Cinnabar is react with the both 3 moles of oxygen, gives rise to mercuric oxide and sulfur dioxide. So you have to take that this intermediate step oxide. So this one is the mercuric oxide. Again the mercuric oxide is react with same type of compound, same compound. Now it is acts as, in this case it is acts as a self-reducing agent. Okay, friends. So due to the self-reducing agent, which is converted to the top 3 moles of Hg and is in the SO2 compound. Okay, friends. Now till now in this concept we have completed 3 reducing reactions. And next one is the reduction reaction takes place by more active elements, friends. Okay, reduction reactions takes place by more active elements or more reactive elements. Now here the more reactive elements means reduction reaction. Okay, friends. Now here reduction. Okay, reduction reaction is takes place. Okay, now that takes place by more. Okay, students, more reactive elements. Now those elements are sodium, okay, potassium and sodium, calcium and magnesium, and next one is the aluminum. Now here in this case, that means now these the reduction process, the reduction process is conducted by that means the reduction process takes place by that these reactions. That means in these cases these elements are, okay students, these elements are, how can you use in this case here? These elements are used as a reducing reagent. Okay students, reducing reagents are reducing reagents. So this is one of the concept. And one more thing is here, Now that means reducing reagent means actually it undergoes the top displacement reaction. Okay, now the process the displacement reaction will be takes place. Okay, students. Now this is the displacement reaction. Now already we know about the displacement reaction means according to displacement reaction, that means more reactive elements always displace the less reactive elements. Okay. So that means now these elements are the active elements which are present at the top of the activity series. But the top of the activity, these elements are simply replaces that less reactive elements. Okay, now students. So for example, you should take that now that is the extraordinary or outstanding example. Now the outstanding example is the TaCl4 compound, titanium tetrachloride. So titanium tetrachloride is reacted with magnesium compound. Titanium tetrabromide is reacted with magnesium compound, and titanium tetrachloride is reacted with sodium compound, and vanadium pentoxide is reacted with calcium compounds. Okay. So now these are that means here these reactions are that displacement reactions, and one more thing is these elements are act as that strong reducing agents, and now these are the in this reaction the extra amount of energy is removed. So such type of reactions are called as exothermic reaction. Already you know students, we learnt exothermic and endothermic in the previous class, that is in the lower classes. So what is meant by exothermic reaction here? During the chemical reaction, it should remove some amount of energy. That process is called as exothermic reaction. If the during the chemical reaction, if it required the some amount of energy is added to that chemical reaction, so such type of reactions are called as endothermic reaction. Simple words. If you add the some amount of energy to proceed the chemical reaction, so the type of reaction is called as endothermic reaction. During the chemical reaction, if it removes some amount of energy, such type of reactions are called as exothermic reactions. Now these reactions are the examples for that exothermic reactions. Okay, students. So that means now these are act as the reducing reagents, and these are the reducing reagents, and these reactions are known as the displacement reactions. I covered the displacement reaction in that oxidation and reduction oxidation numbers and oxidation states concept. Okay, students. Now here we will see those reactions. First of all, next students, I will give that I will show those examples here. First of all, you should take that titanium tetrachloride. So here titanium tetrachloride is reacting to 2 moles of magnesium. Okay, students. Now here, now the reaction is carried out at above 800 degrees centigrade. So here we should get titanium metal, and next one is 2 moles of magnesium chloride. Okay, students. Next one, you should take the same type of titanium tetrabromide reacts with 2 moles of magnesium. Okay, same conditions you have to obtain this one, and 2 moles of MgBr. Okay, students. And next one is the titanium tetrachloride reacts with now how many sodium atoms are required here? 4 sodium atoms. Okay, now this is the process, so this one to, and it's the 4 moles of NaO. Okay, NaCl. So one more example, students. Now we should take that what about this one? Vanadium pentoxide reacts with 5 moles of calcium, gives rise to, okay, now it produces the vanadium metal element and 5 moles of calcium oxide. Okay, students. Now these are the displacement reactions. Okay, displacement reactions. Now actually these are the less reactive element, more reactive element. Less reactive element,